Something I really like to buy online rather than in a store are nuts. I always have healthy nuts in my house, and these types are so expensive, especially if you try buy the imported ones. I was a bit confused as to why there were two packs because I usually buy just one pack of each every month. And I realized that I'd made a mistake upon checking out and had accidentally put two in my basket. No harm done though, as you can never really have too many cashew nuts, and these cost me only 19.80 per pack. So totally around 36 yuan due to store promotions and using one of my coupons, as well as free shipping. This poor package seemed to have gotten some abuse along the way, but everything else on the inside was fine. Apart from cashew nuts, I also enjoy the health benefits of almonds, which I also get online. A pack of 250 grams costing me 15 yuan and also free shipping. You may notice a pattern in how I spend money, and that is I don't like to spend more on things if I don't really need to. Buying olive oil in a physical shop is also more expensive, and I get this bottle for way cheaper. Maybe you'd say it's probably not real olive oil, and I really can't say other than it tasting exactly like olive oil, and it's the same oil I used when I lost 60 pounds. So I'm pretty happy with paying only 27 yuan for 500 mils, and again, free shipping. It's my first time to buy this online since the last time I bought balsamic vinegar, I actually bought it in Metro and used it for like 5 years. I made my slow cooker balsamic chicken and it was nice to taste some fresh balsamic vinegar for a change. Totally, I paid 19 yuan and free shipping. Sticking to my habit of buying food products online, another one of my favorites are these tins of tuna that goes for around 59 yuan for 10 cans. But with some coupons, I paid closer to 55 yuan. I always buy the one that has no added salt and actually eat a ton of tuna in the form of sandwiches and salad. Bear with me guys, I'm almost done with pantry staples, but these products are a little more difficult for me to find consistently, so I also get my Dijon mustard and olives online. A jar of olives is close to 12 yuan and the mustard around 18. With my coupon and free shipping, I paid around 40 yuan. I will be honest though in saying I don't 100% love this particular mustard, and I'm not sure if it's just the brand or if I just don't love Dijon, but I use it in a slow cooker recipe, so it's good enough. Of course, I also need to feed the puppies and sometimes get them canned food, which is around 45 for 6 cans, but the shop had a promotion and I paid around 36 yuan free shipping. Right, so we can finally move away from kitchen staples and onto kid things. I've been eyeing this book for as long as I can remember and waited until now to get it since I felt like it wasn't yet age appropriate. The vocabulary is probably for kids a little older, but I figured it's time. It's honestly a great book full of useful things about our world, and I'm really looking forward to reading it with Alia. As you can see, I paid around 26 yuan for this one since it had a shipping fee of 5 yuan, but I also used a 3 yuan coupon. At the beginning of the school year, I decided to buy a proper school bag in a store that could last the entire year and spent a whopping 220 yuan on it. And due to a very unfortunate circumstance that I might make a video about later on, the school bag is no more. So I had to get another one. But I swore not to pay that much again, so settled on this one, which was very similar to the shape and style of the first one, but for only 44 yuan. If you look closely, you will see the shop having a promotional discount of 21 yuan and my 3 yuan coupon. Yeah, I love my coupons. This one might surprise you, but I had to replace my TV remote as the previous one died a very violent and painful death. All thanks to Harry Potter. I won't go much more into that story though, so that's all I'll say on that. In December, I had a bit of an unusual health scare, which I thought was related to my kidneys, so I promptly bought these cranberry pills, and I was very surprised to find that you can no longer find them in Watson's, so I had to get them from online. And for this one, I actually had to ask a Chinese friend to order them for me. Because it's an imported product, you have to have a Chinese ID card in order to buy them. So here's an interesting one, something I always forget to buy and then end up having anxiety about not receiving my wrapping paper in time for Christmas. So I bought these early on in December and paid around 8 yuan for a roll that contains 5 large sheets each. And I splurged a little and got some lint as well. Totally, I paid around 33 yuan. Since Alia is in Chinese school, I noticed that her writing ability in English is falling behind a little bit. She has been going to English class recently, so I hope it will improve more. but I decided it best to get some practice books for her. When the long winter holiday comes, we can use that time to improve her English a bit. This one was 36 yuan, free shipping. These books are also great, a set of 6 Spot the Difference books for just 18 yuan. Another great stimulating thing to keep her busy with when we're at home and it's just too cold to go out. Right, moving on, more books. These are also good for some mind stimulation, having to find hidden objects within a picture. She can sit for the longest time combing over the pages trying to find hidden things. I paid 16 yuan. Okay, moving from the human child and onto the four-legged children. It was high time for the puppies to get new shirts. I know a lot of people hate dogs in clothes, and I'd like to remind you that it's freezing cold in Shenyang, so I like to keep their butts a little warmer. And Coco honestly loves when I get her shirts out. These two are Christmas themed, and I'm really surprised at the good quality and thickness of these. Definitely a good buy. Only around 9 yuan each, so with my coupons I paid 15 yuan for both, and even such a low price, still free shipping. Still keeping my puppy butts warm, I decided to get them new sweaters too, since the ones they were wearing were old and worn out. 38 yuan for 2, and again, the quality is really nice and soft. Gotta keep those tushies toasty. I have a backpack carrier bag for Coco when we ride on the bike, but I've been looking into getting her a more comfortable bag for a while now. In the past year, Shenyang has become very pet-friendly and most malls and shopping centers are now dog-friendly. So if I have a carrier bag, I can take her along with me a little easier. This one ended up being too small, so I will probably just gift it to someone else and get a bigger one. This one was 35 yuan. Now, moving on to the big guns. I decided to get Alia a tablet for Christmas in order to use more English educational apps and once again help to get her engaging a bit more in English in subject form and try to get her to enjoy learning a bit more. But since it's just for her, I didn't really want to pay too much for it, so settled for one of the most basic ones and saw this Lenovo for 1,199 yuan. Once again, you'll notice the discount of 300 yuan and my coupon bringing the price down to 875. I've gotten some good use of this tablet myself by reading ebooks on it, and for what we use it for, it's pretty much perfect. Another Christmas gift for the puppies, a squeaky toy for each of them. Even though Daisy doesn't really play with toys, I didn't want her to feel left out if Coco opened presents and she didn't get any. Plus, it was only around 13 yuan for both. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Do I ever buy anything for myself? Well, I figured I can't have nothing under the Christmas tree for myself, and even though I didn't really want or need anything in particular, I decided to get myself another cloisonné kit, something to keep me busy with while I listen to my audiobooks. This one was around 66 yuan. Ah yes, more pet things. Coco has a boyfriend in our community, a slightly dim-witted Bichon Frise named Xiongbo, and his mom and dad often bring gifts for Coco. Flowers, toys, treats. She introduced me to this pet cheese when she gifted Coco some on her birthday, and it had been a while, so I figured she deserves a treat again. They're a bit expensive, but Coco likes them, so no harm done. I paid 40 yuan for 15 pouches. So that's the end of my very budget-friendly Taobao shopping in December 2023. Thanks for watching and tell me down below what you think of these prices and what you like to buy on Taobao.